I'm going to go over to NBC on this one, okay? I'm going to go over to NBC, and I am going to play a summary of what happens, but I'm also going to go over to Myron Gaines because Myron jumped on After Hours last night, and he cooked. He cooked. He gave a whole diagram of the layout of what's happening inside of the courtroom. He said that she said that she had, been involved to some extent, whether it be dancing or intimately with Chris Brown, Michael B. Jordan, all of these different people. He gave a whole breakdown of the whole situation. So we're going to go over to what he posted on his channel. But before we do that, let me give you guys a little bit of insight on what's happening from a summary perspective after they got done wrapping up, and her doing her whole testimony from both the defense and from the prosecutors this past week.
Hey guys, it's Scotty Schwartz, and tonight we've got a half-hour special wrapping up the week. 4 days of Combs Bravery Week. And tonight was the final day on the stand for Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, the star witness in his sex trafficking and racketeering trial, with the defense wrapping up its cross-examination and Combs' lawyers continuing to try to paint Cassie as a willing participant in these so-called freak-offs. The last text they presented from Cassie was this one from 2012 that said, "I don't want to freak off for the last time. I want it to be the first time for the rest of our lives." Here's a statement from Cassie that her lawyer read after court.
This week has been extremely challenging, but also remarkably empowering and healing for me. I hope that my testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember. And the more I can remember, the more I will never forget.
And even though Cassie's testimony has been the big headline here, there is a lot that paints a huge picture that we're just barely scratching the surface on. Jury was played this recording of Cassie threatening one of the escorts today, who allegedly had video of one of the freak-offs, repeatedly saying that she would kill him if that video got out. That is one piece of evidence. The defense also attempted to break down the credibility of Cassie's rape allegations against Combs.
This woman is a menace, y'all. This woman is a menace. Y'all keep trying to make her out to be this saint. Oh my God. Now, I seen a woman, I did a review video yesterday of a woman that basically said, how do y'all not take these women at face value? If she do something, it's because she's coerced. If something gets done to her, it's because she's the victim. Either way, she's the victim. Either way, she's the victim. The lack of accountability of this woman, and for her to get paid as a result of, bro, women are the only creatures on the face of this earth that can be a part of the freak off, participate in criminal activity that they're accusing somebody else of, become a primary witness, get paid to do it, and then be able to go live happily ever after and have children with the person that they cheated on, that they was with the other person with, and then reverse cheated, and then they went back to the person and got pregnant with them. They're the only creatures on the face of the earth that can pull something like this off. The only creatures that can pull off being a victim while threatening to kill somebody that you just sucked off a little bit ago. Damsel in distress. They admitted that she would initiate and would be doing stuff against Diddy as far as like beating him and domestic violence and all of that stuff. And you know what I heard people saying? Well, it's because she was coerced to do it. She was coerced to do it. Look, simp life. Bro, you wrong in ignoring the facts that Diddy is a monster regardless. I didn't know that we was talking about Diddy. In the bottom of this video, it says, testimony, is Cassie worse than we thought? I didn't even name Diddy in this part of the show yet. It's plenty of tests. Diddy, listen, we say it all the time. Men are held accountable whether or not they did it or not. They're going to be in jail. They're going to be in prison. They're going to die. They're going to be homeless. Diddy is fighting for his life. He's fighting for his freedom and being charged with something. And I haven't heard any testimony or any evidence that would lead me to believe that he should be convicted for what they're trying to charge him for. They're not charging him for domestic violence. They didn't charge him for hitting somebody up against the head. They're charging this dude. They're hitting this dude with racketeering. I let Myron cook. He cooked for at least an hour, hour and a half yesterday on After Hours at the end of this show. If y'all didn't watch it, go watch it. And Myron said, and I quote, that as of right now, he has not seen them, and he described exactly what racketeering is, what a Rico is, and all of that stuff, that he has not seen them, and Cassie was a star witness, make a strong enough a case to where you can justify the charges that is pending against him. And then he added additional context about what trafficking is and all of that, and so on and so forth. And this is a dude that was a federal agent for over 10 years. So if you're sitting there talking to me and telling me that I'm ignoring the evidence, when my source is a person that has been sitting in the courtroom for every single day during this Diddy trial, and he's a former FBI agent, I'd rather trust him than trusting you when it comes to evaluating the different evidence that's being presented. If they reveal her text messages and she's the one that initiated the majority of these freak-offs, if she's the one that had all of the tapes and she was the one that had all of the recordings of the freak-offs, then how is it that you can sit here and tell me that I'm ignoring the evidence when the evidence is pointing to her as the real Clyde to his Bonnie, or the Bonnie to his Clyde? Just tell me you a simp. Tell me you're unable to see objectively and that your woman is sitting here watching this show with you and she doesn't like the fact that I'm saying what I'm saying. And so as a result, she's making you tight. Oh man, you just trying to get some peace in your household. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. You trying to make sure that you can get some box tonight because she's able to hold that over your head. She empowers herself by holding sex over you. And so you have to agree with all women and you the simp of the year. And so now you got to appease her in order to be able to watch my show. She don't let you watch my show unless y'all watch it together. I get it. I get it. You can't watch the show by yourself or you got to watch it in secret. I wish people would just be objective. If somebody is guilty of, and two things can be true at the same time, he could be extra freaky, but there is no crime against being extra freaky. It's just the facts. He could be a monster. He could be all of the things that you want to call him. But as far as the charges that he's being charged with, if we're being objective, I don't convict people because I don't like them. I believe that people should be convicted because they're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and there's evidence that was proven to show otherwise. I'm not gonna throw somebody under the jail for the rest of their life because I don't like him, because I don't like his music, because I support Shine. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Here's a little bit of what Myron was talking about. And he dropped this like 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago. He pre-recorded this because he couldn't go live in that particular room. So here's a little bit of what he was talking about on his own plot.
We went over what a freak-off is and cross-examination. So the defense is asking Cassie a barrage of questions. And during the cross-examination, there was some explosive stuff that came out. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this guy named Sujit. Now, this guy named Sujit is a dude that Cassie knew who came to her and said, hey, I heard that there's a sex tape out with of you. And when he told her this, she freaked out because in her mind, she's like, oh, like the Freakoff videos are out there. So she contacts Diddy. He says, don't let him out of your sight. And Cassie starts pressing him. Hey, where's the video? Can I see the video? And this guy, they played the recording in court chat. Now, the government did not play this on direct examination, but the defense did. And when they played it, what basically happened was you can hear Cassie basically yelling at the guy saying, hey, where's the video? And he says, and he's drunk as hell, by the way. They're like in somewhere, she was doing 2 different events and they were out partying. They were in Atlantic City, then they were going to New York City. And you can tell from his voice and stuff like that, when the slurred speech and the delay in the speaking, that he was a bit drunk. But he said, oh yeah, I had the video. She's like, oh, you got the video? Show me that shit right now. And when he didn't produce the video, she started to get irritated. And she basically yelled at everyone that was around, hey, all of you get the hell out of here right now. And you can kind of hear like people dispersing. And she goes ahead and she says, yo, I'm going to stay here all night until you show me this video. And if you don't, I'm going to fucking kill you. Okay. And I'm going to bury you. And then she said, and if when I kill you, it's not going to be me that does. I'm not going to get blood on my hands, but you're going to get taken care of, basically, right?
Oh, innocent little pregnant Cassie. Oh, innocent little woman that wouldn't hurt a fly. She wouldn't hurt a fly, guys. She's just out here just being coerced. She's so controlled. She's out here in these streets and she don't understand what's going on. She's a deer in headlights. She was high the whole time. Let me tell you what my translation of it is, because the evidence showed that she was in a relationship with Ryan Leslie, who is mysteriously quiet and hasn't said one word, and you haven't heard from him. And he's a Harvard grad, and he's just so focused on his studies and creating good music still. Ryan Leslie ain't dropped the album in years. Ain't dropped a piece of music in years. The evidence and what she revealed in court is that she was talking to Ryan Leslie for 3 years. We don't even know if she was underage when she first got into a relationship with Ryan Leslie. A little hazy between 17 and 18. A little hazy between 17 and 18. Then she gets into a relationship. She cheats on Ryan Leslie with Diddy. Then she cheats on Diddy with multiple other guys. And then she gets with her man who was hired to train her. And then she cheats on Diddy with him. And then she cheats on him with Diddy because she's supposed to be in a relationship. And then she admitted to having multiple sexual relations. After she allegedly got raped, she admitted to getting a closure meeting, and then they go and busting it down for a real one. She threatening to kill people in real life. Keep trusting them. Let me tell you what I believe. She was going broke. Because the guy that she's in a relationship with, the one that all of the women keep praising online and saying stuff like, oh my God, he's such a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Savannah. He's standing by her side. You know what I heard? Myron said that he was watching him while she was testifying about all of the nasty and egregious things, and he was cringing. He was visibly upset and visibly hurt by the things that she was saying. That's what I heard him tell me, and he was a front witness watching it with his own eyes and taking notes. Lady DC, the sisterhood is going to come through, says, where'd she go? This trial is about Diddy, not Cassie, and he pissed off the wrong person. Now they're going to get Diddy with this. Yes, Diddy is a monster. It's time for him to pay for all that he's done. What all did he do? So you think he should go to jail for the rest of his life because he pissed off the wrong person? Man, I feel sorry for the men in your life. I feel sorry for the men in your life. That's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all are insane. Y'all are insane. You're real life insane. I can't believe it. Well, yes, I can. I can believe it. I can believe it. I can believe it 100%.
Right? Implying a murder for hire type situation or whatever. And she threatened to kill him like 3 or 4 times throughout the recording guys. So it was crazy because you're able to hear another side of Cassie. And I think the defense played this, to show that Cassie does have a violent side. This was a very violent relationship between the two of them. Diddy did beat her. The defense conceded to that. But what the defense was saying is, hey, this is a domestic violence relationship case. This is not a human trafficking case. This is a case of two individuals that were abusing drugs, abusing alcohol, partying all the time, in a dysfunctional relationship, toxic relationship. Jealousy was huge. Both parties had their jealousy motives, whether it was Cassie being jealous of Diddy and Kim Porter getting the wife treatment while she was, being used in these freak-offs, or it was Diddy being jealous of her being with Kid Cudi and, committing arson / blowing up his car. So the defense was arguing more from that perspective versus the government is saying, hey, he was using escorts and affecting interstate commerce by having these escorts sleep with her, and he used his power and his influence and his finances and his position and violence to coerce her into these activities. So that was the first explosive thing.
So and shout out to Myron as usual, but what I'm trying to understand from y'all, and I think that this is really, because to be honest with y'all, I don't think that our lives personally is going to be personally affected by Diddy one way or another. But I'm looking at it from a cultural perspective. Yes, the Diddy trial is entertaining. Men go down all the time for stuff that they probably didn't do, and they get crazy years as a result of it because we need to protect all women. Cool. But here's the thing that I'm wondering. How many guys in society that do not have the resources to be able to bring out all of the details? How many guys in society are actually suffering under duress, in prison, dead, in jail for a woman participating in being with a man, knowing what came with it, but then became a victim afterwards because for some reason he's a monster. We have to hold all men accountable. Then y'all get mad at men and y'all say, oh man, men just hate women. Nah, at some point they have to start overcorrecting because we can't believe y'all no more because y'all all claim victim. Every last one of y'all think that y'all a victim. I'm so tired of seeing videos on TikTok of y'all saying men are narcissists. Yes, I was with my narcissist boyfriend for 5 years, so he was a narcissist for the first four years and 8 months that you was with him. You just realized that he was a narcissist when you got with him. Let me just say this last statement, then we're gonna move over to another thing. Men, remember this. Remember this. That when she likes you, when she wants you, and when she adores you, right? Because they don't know anything. They're like children in the candy store. They're the smartest women on earth, but they absolutely know nothing about what their situation is when it's happening. When she likes you, when she adores you, and when she's rocking with you, it's being assertive. When it's time to get paid, when she goes broke, or if she doesn't like you, then it's harassment. When she likes you, when she adores you, when she's living a lifestyle, and when she's with it all, freak-offs and all, it's being assertive, it's being a man, it's aggression, you're taking it out on me. I need you. We crazy in love, like Beyonce said, the song Bonnie and Clyde to the end. When you break up, when she goes broke, or if she just doesn't like you when you're trying to approach her, you're harassing her. And it's domestic violence, and it may even become trafficking. Just remember that. Remember that, all right? Just remember that. No accountability is never their fault. The only thing that they did wrong is the same thing that they say on the interviews. Can you name something at your last job that you did wrong that you would do all over? You know what? I cared too much. I was willing to suffer through anything and be his all, and I let him take it out on me. It's the same thing that y'all say on the interviews at your job. Hey, can you tell me something that you did wrong? You know what? I cared so much that I was just too immersed in it, and I should have removed myself, and I should have been a better leader by holding myself accountable about the things that I was allowing to happen at the job. Wait a minute. So you're saying that you never did anything wrong, and that the only thing that you did wrong was care too much about what was going on that you should have not cared about and just followed the rule. Yes, that's it. That's the only thing that I did wrong. Never anything. The only reason I threatened to kill this man is because, this is Cassie, only reason I threatened to kill this man is because, He said that he had a tape. And I learned it from everybody else. That woman is a monster, family. Listen. I'ma say it for everybody that don't want to say it. She's a monster. She's a monster. And her superpower is her looks, because now y'all give her a bigger pass and because she's a woman.